Hi everybody, and welcome once again to TFT Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with Oberon Banshee, and this is me, Oberon, with Goth Tarot. It's my weekly look into the shadow issues of our life, where we sort of try to sort out what it is that makes us emotionally bereft or overly sensitive or codependent on others, or overly attracted to things that are ruinous for ourselves. So, of course, we do this over the course of a month, focusing on a particular slant. I'm going to get to that in a minute. We do explore other shadow issues too, and I like to open with a reading and affirmation from the Dark Light Tarot. And that's the book there. Dangerous Passion, number 35, red as a bleeding heart. Can you identify this scarlet passion that's devouring you? It may be known by a poetic name, an attractive, irresistible name, but don't you realize how dangerous this penchant is? Deep inside of you, you know that it will lead you nowhere. Only suffering and regret can be expected if you go down that road. Of course, it's hard for you, feeling drawn to it. But this passion, though at first may taste like an exquisitely juicy strawberry, is a lethal poison. You have only two options: running away or starting a drastic withdrawal, or else tears of blood will eventually run across your face. Affirmation. This dark passion is burning me up inside. I take time to turn the scarlet flower into a more pure white one. I work relentlessly to control this dangerous penchant of mine. And I'd like to think that maybe that suggests we've been understanding what the prophetic past has been doing to us, and how we need to not let us hold us there passionately to a past that isn't real, but we want it to be real enough to define us. And we don't get it. So I'm going to review that. And then we'll update it with the Erethereal Shadow Work Tarot. So I'm going to read once again from the Wisdom. And remember, this is the voice of that shadow talking to you, telling you what it is it does for you, but also to you. I don't believe in the present moment or in the future. My eyes are constantly fixed on the past. I arise when you no longer believe in yourself and think your future will be identical to what you've already experienced. I deny the existence of possibilities and am a source of deep nostalgia and a certain pessimistic attitude. And because of me, you can't contemplate change or renewal. You can only imagine it, and your projections are very often negative. I am with you when your resources are exhausted and you feel that it is useless to hope. So isn't that like some of us? Isn't that us ourselves that maybe rather than realistically try to work on a better future, there's certain things that we hold on to and that we can't see ourselves changing or realizing that we're being left behind. And because that's a big part of it too, is the sense that we're pretty okay with that. And hopefully this message has been helping us understand that it's limiting us. There's no other way to look at it, that there's just a limitation to ourselves and kind of preventing us from trying things because we feel we've already failed at them because it happened before. All right, so I'm going to update that. The idea being that we want to see how we have understood some of this and that we're going to change, or that we've incorporated enough to realize that we should change and how we can change. Oops. So once again, using the Shadow Work Tarot, what is our current update? What do we possibly need to do? Or what can we say we have achieved here to take it forward? It's the Nine of Swords. That's not a good card there. Our update suggests that we're still letting some perceptions from before hold us back, and that some of that is maybe, once again, refusing to let the lesson of the prophetic past be true, that we're letting past defeats and sorrows and anxieties still hold us back. We're not really understanding. We're sort of slipping back here. This is concerning in a way. So I think it's a good point to tell you that I wanted to use a new deck I have. It's an accompany deck to the Shadow Work Tarot. It's called the Opaline Tide. It's by Erethereal. And I've inserted it into the 4th week reading right at this spot here, because I had a feeling that sometimes the cards were showing we were having difficulty progressing here, absorbing what lesson we're supposed to hear. So I want this card that I pull from the Opaline Tide Tarot to indicate what are the emotional regrets we are having as we are fighting this sense. What is our final letting go involved with? What do we finally possibly need to do in absorbing this shadow? party. It's the Three of Cups. And I think that this is saying we've been too isolated. We need to be with other people, or we need to have a better sense of community, of people who can share with us. Even in our own Goth community, we can't be totally isolated. Now would be a good time for us to realize that there is support for what we may be going through, and that I see the resonance too, in the sense, just numerologically, that 3 is the root of 9. So I think the message here is to say, seek some counsel here, seek some community. Don't go this alone necessarily, if you can help it. All right, now I want to talk about revisiting from the first episode the dark truth, the actual truth you must accept here with all of this. And of course, we're sort of showing that this is really going to be harder to tackle perhaps than what we thought. If this isn't really from the prophetic past, this could also relate to other shadow issues that you may be incurring, where you too are finding those difficulties and those regrets and letting go, and that you too probably are better served, with a community around you, with other people helping you. So once again, what is the dark truth? From the warning section, I will read, when I am with you, it's because you no longer believe in yourself. You don't trust your choices, values, and dreams. And you're repeating everything over and over, and you're losing hope. And you feel that you only ever make mistakes and are afraid of both the present and the future. So ask yourself why you cannot ground yourself or feel good in your daily life, and why moving forward is so complicated and you can't seem to let go. I can help you explore who you are and know yourself better, and give you the strength you need to embrace yourself. So one other aspect that I want us to understand then, one other truth to accept here, and once again it's from the Shadow Work Tarot by Erethereal. What else must you accept here? It's the Seven of Wands. I think what you must accept here is that what's going on is going to stick with you for a while, and that you have to be ready to always be fighting this on some level, to always feel that there's a struggle here to deal with how that past wants to limit your movement into the present and the future, or how it wants to hold you back, feeling it's protecting you, but it's not, it's limiting you. And so that's the other truth you have to accept, that you will always have to remain some level of vigilance here. And it could be because you are having a harder time with all of that. You know, it's almost like that first card from the Dark Light Oracle, the dangerous passion. And that maybe this part of yourself, whatever your particular prophetic past is, that thing that is affecting each of us differently, maybe even on a collective level, because in a way, you're using that kind of as your psychological crutch or your shadow. So now I'm rolling the Opaline Tide Tarot one more time, and this is the final dark gift. This is your final resource, your final gift or talent or ability that may help you here. Your final bit of therapy. We could look at it that way. And it's the Devil reversed. How very interesting. And so this is saying, really, you have this ability to remove yourself from this obsession. If that's what we're talking about here, I think. This could be saying that your strength and ability to break the chain will make a difference here. You have to really just believe in yourself, I guess. I know it sounds so silly and trite to keep saying that. Believe in yourself, believe in yourself. But I really do think that is what we see there. So I'm going to close with an extended meditation from the Secret Language of Darkness. I want you to relax. There's the cover of that, The Secret Language of Darkness, by Denise Jarvie. I like this book a lot. Integrity. Loyalty to innermost truth. In the quiet moments when there are no distractions and we have only ourselves for company, honest feelings or reflections, hopes and fears can stir into consciousness. Any unease or worry that you may have been ignoring can suddenly become loud and present. This card suggests you've been avoiding the quiet moments, as there is a self-truth you aren't keen on tackling. Take a breath and draw on your courage. It's time to have an honest conversation with yourself so you can be free from this energy zapping avoidance. Integrity is not just about you. When you lie to yourself, you lie to others. When you aren't honest with yourself, can you expect others to be honest with you? Have you promised yourself you would or wouldn't do something, but let yourself down? If someone else continually broke their word, you would stop trusting them. Perhaps you are avoiding yourself as you feel unsettled, guilty, or disappointed that you haven't achieved, overcome, completed, or committed to something you had set your mind on. Be gentle with yourself. It's okay. Instead of making promises that can perpetuate self-doubt and diminish your faith in yourself, listen to and support your whole self. Honor your word to love and cherish your past. Honor your word to love and cherish your present and future. Your integrity will strengthen naturally. Now I want you to take a deep breath and relax. Visualize this card in your mind and slowly close your eyes. Feel your body as you concentrate on your breathing and follow that breath inward for a few seconds. Hold it, relax and breathe out, and release all your tension. Now focus on the middle of your chest. And in front of you, see our familiar golden staircase descending downward into the earth, a metaphor for your own subconscious. I want you to walk down these 10 healing steps to a magical amethyst crystal cave. And as you move down the steps, listen to my voice counting backwards from 10 to 0 and feel yourself moving deeper into that subconscious feeling with trust and warmth. Take a breath and go. 10, 9, 8, 7. Feel yourself moving more into your unconsciousness. 6, 5, 4. And feel yourself feeling calm and relaxed and merging more with your deeper self. 3, 2, 1, and 0. And now you are out from the staircase and into the magical cave. Greet your shadow there, the one you've been working on so long. A wooden door with a crack running through it appears in front of you. The words, "Seeing truth through the gap," are written on it. The crack becomes larger and larger until you can walk through it into a round room bathed in a soft blue light. The room feels familiar and comforting. And now the room goes dark, but you continue to feel safe and secure. Listen with your senses. Nothing happens at first, and then you hear a faint whisper, a familiar voice. Feel your way through. Have faith in the whispers of your soul. A large lapis lazuli rises in the center of the room. Blue and gold light shines from within the crystal. It illuminates your truth, beautiful and mesmerizing. Breathe in this blue and gold and allow messages to flow to you. Your throat chakra enables you to communicate with truth, wisdom, and confidence. Notice the health of your throat. Is there darkness or brightness there? Ask your throat to show you where you may not be expressing your needs, feelings, and desires with yourself and others. It is time to choose love over fear. Become the blue and the gold light and see yourself happily expressing your uniqueness in any way that brings you joy. Stay here for as long as you like. Notice a letter on the lapis lazuli. It is from your soul and will reveal your higher communications. Open it and read the cosmic message that is just for you today. Then place the letter in your pocket and leave the room through the gap in the door. Step into the amethyst cave and walk to the golden staircase. And as you ascend, listen to me speak the numbers from 1 to 10 and become truth, wisdom, and love. 1, 2, 3. Take a breath. 4, 5, 6. Begin breathing more regularly. 7, 8. You're almost there. 9, 10. Thank the darkness for illuminating the integrity of your soul light. At the top of the stairs, take 2 deep breaths and open your eyes of honesty. And welcome back. I hope you made it okay. So this wraps up our work with the prophetic past. And I think that meditation maybe will help us understand those deeper issues that we were trying to hold back and why it's good to talk and communicate with them and give yourself that sense of integrity. What you've gone through is real. You need a time to adjust to these changes. So don't forget to keep that in mind. Review what we've done here if you need to. It's always going to be here in the playlist for Goth Tarot. Next week, we will start again a new round with new shadow work to explore with Banshee, my mate and partner. So join us then. Don't forget to watch our live stream tomorrow night, Thursday night, Tarot Today After Dark from 7 to 9. On Friday will be another episode of my emotional exchanges. Saturday will be happy hour at its normal time, 10 o'clock. Banshee's Material Matter is on at 10 o'clock on Sundays. And then we're live again for Sunday from 2 to 4 p.m., our regular live stream. And all these times are Eastern Standard Time. So take care, and we will see you next time. Goodbye.